I actually love building the funnels in here. People would pay me just to look over their copy on funnels. And now the great thing about Progreda is when people are using the Progreda platform.
I want to change lives. I want to show people how to progress in their money. I want to show people how to progress in their mindset. I want to show people how to progress in their brand, so that way they can take care of their family, take care of their finances, and experience freedom.
All right. Thank you, Jeff, for joining us for our Progreda podcast, where we're showcasing our amazing entrepreneurs, their successes, and their stories with our platform. Do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself and your business and your story?
Yeah, so thank you, Myra, for your time again here. I'm Jeff the Entrepreneur. If you don't know me, I apologize. I literally, my business is Changing Life Consulting. Wasn't always that way, but literally I wound up just trying to help people do their brand and market and their message better. And I wound up learning so many different facets. Our company basically deals with leadership and culture development, retaining people, bringing them on, look for businesses on that. I've been blessed to fly out and look at different businesses. We do marketing consulting. We have some of the best ad buyers on as well, because a lot of businesses I noticed lose money in ads. And our main thing is not to waste people's time or money. If we can't help you, we'll let people know. And I really love doing that. Systems and process, a lot of it is Progreda and other CRMs and stuff that we have, come across if that can be a solution for them. And then marketing, consulting, brand awareness, which, I'm Jeff the Entrepreneur. I got big, kind of like Gary V, just telling my story, and we document, don't create. And now I've winded up here. Wasn't always here, but I'm over here in Florida now, which is, I'm blessed to be here.
And as you say that you're now in Florida, what took you there? What got you into marketing? What got you into consulting?
Yeah. So, as I was telling a story before, this guy, I was at a restaurant. One of my mentors told me, go work at nice restaurants, even when I was first starting out. And I went to work there. He had a nice watch. I said, hey, what do you do for work? Right. And he goes, I'm a consultant. And he was really rude to me. And I said, well, how'd you do that? And he didn't really tell me anything. Funny story, fast forward just recently, he tried to sell me his consulting business as he's exiting at it, which is crazy. I saw him out at a Subway thing. And then he saw me and I got to tell him, hey, this is what I'm doing. And I showed him my sheet and you feel, I even knew, he said, no, us old guys need some young kids like you know some stuff, right? So it was funny how things turned. But basically how that all happened was, I've always been an entrepreneur. When I was young, doing a lemonade stand, having my brother and sister market, change the color signs, all those great stories. I actually wanted to get into politics, lawyer, became a teacher to behavioral middle school. And then when I became a teacher, it's kind of like consulting. You were helping kids and learning all different kids that really had broken homes, coming from stuff. Really, that job changed my life, but really getting them on one common goal to learn something, right? So that built so much stuff for it. And then what happened was my older brother, Jay, who lived in Florida, he moved to Connecticut where I was from. Me and him had a dream to build up a coffee shop music studio. We wrote it on a napkin. And literally how that happened was literally he wanted to build a business to win back his family, right? He was kind of the prodigal son, been in a few things. So I said, yeah, Jay, I'll help you out. Always been entrepreneurial. After we built the blueprint, and it was really, he was really doing great. I went to wake up my older brother and he didn't wake up. He died on drugs, fentanyl. And when that happened, one of my students committed suicide like the same week after. And I was a shell of the man I am today. And really quick story there. That's really my why. Is I wound up finding a video on YouTube by a guy named Grant Cardone, which is what led me into all this. You know who Grant is?
No, I do not.
Well, then I'm getting more known than Grant here on this call. Because usually that's it. So anyway, he did a video on depression, right? So do you know who Oprah is?
Yes.
Okay, so my goal is to be bigger than Oprah right now and build my brand and other people's brand bigger than that, just how you knew that. So he basically did a video on depression that I saw that said if Oprah did it, and Oprah's story was, she was raped when she was young and everything. He could do it, then you can do it. And I got out of bed and I wrote down, I'm going to build the biggest franchise ever called Kokomo Jays and honor my brother. You don't give up in America, right? And when I wrote that, and every time I see a Starbucks or McDonald's, that's what you're watching. That's what you're watching in this journey. So through that, there's a quote: if you help enough people get where they want, you'll get to where you want. So I literally wound up going from there to set on a goal to interviewing coffee shop owners, realized I knew nothing about business. And I started to make money, I started going on summer. I quit working at the school. I started going door to door for solar. I actually got lucky running Facebook ads, got a couple leads, made me code my own software at a business thing to get leads, got really good and knowledgeable in that area, right? On leads and going over brand messages and stuff for years, trying to get the software to market. And then we have a book coming out called Getting Rich in Recession, which is telling it there. You can go to gettingrichinrecession.com and pick up a copy. But that book basically explains exactly when, COVID hit. I was doing that all for a side to where in the marketing, everything happened. My 4-unit tenant stopped paying. One of the mentors I was working for laid me off, and they wound up, oh shoot. We're still there. We're still there. And I'll talk fast. And anyway, so it wound up, the mentor laid me off. And then my one of the Russian coders for our software hacked it because we were doing it kind of the renegade way and would delete it. And I remember being on the phone being like, man, what am I going to do? I wound up taking the last commission check that I had, wired the money to fund another software, actually right before it went out. It's a crazy story. And then I literally really almost went to zero kind of way. That's what they say, go to zero, like if everything's zero. And I went and just helped people. There's a video on YouTube called Connecticut COVID Chronicles. I actually saw business going out. I said, I think I can help you. I helped one girl. She referred me another guy. He said, dude, you know more than anything. You're more than any consultant. That's how I worked. I kept helping people. And then present day, it just kept going on. I actually wound up helping someone who was an Amazon Prime producer. She's like, your story's amazing. You need to speak on Amazon Prime. I got my brother to speak on it as well. We both went on, spoke on. He's a wing of my business as well too. And that's it, present day. And then people kept saying after every Zoom call we got on, Jeff, oh my goodness, you changed my life when we break it down. So that's why we started Changing Life Consulting. And, I knew Andy for a little bit, Andy Audate, and a few different people. And I was always figuring trusted people who I can bring a part of the journey with me, that I'm building as this is special. And that's where our present day.
Yeah, I know. Andy told me that, once he started doing Progreda, he texted you and it was like a no-brainer.
There's a no-brainer offer, which is what I teach people to do. I said, Andy, man, why are every time we get on the phone, we're always doing something together? And he's like, hey, always something you need. So, yeah.
Yeah, you recently told me that you did a fight and you had our Progreda logo on your shirt. Yep. So what has made you such a super fan of the platform?
Yeah, so literally, okay, I love ClickFunnels. I love ClickFunnels, love Kajabi, love Bradley's Lightspeed. I love all those programs, okay, on them. I used to consult different companies on all these programs, and it was like so many different things. And it was fine. They're all great programs to get your message, your brand, whatever service, your training service out. It's all fundamentals for business. You need tools. The only way to scale is tools and technology, right? Systems and technology, those are two ways. And Progreda offers all that. So I actually love building the funnels in here. People would pay me just look over their copy on funnels. And now the great thing about Progreda is when people are using the Progreda platform, and they're onboarding with us, I kind of look over some stuff and do some tender love and care in it. And it manages everything. It was so easy. My assistant's on here. He was able to use it too. So it's an all-in-one platform that literally, and I've seen other people try and do what they do, but because I know Andy and how great he is with systems and doing that way, and I know what I offer with the consulting business, I knew this was a great version to partner on and what the future is with Progreda. So.
That's great to hear. Yeah, Progreda is really amazing. And Andy does have a very different mindset. He really is a great mentor. And I feel like Progreda has, so much to offer. But what are some features on Progreda that stand out to you as someone who's familiar with other websites like Kajabi and ClickFunnels and all that?
Yeah, it's just simpler. It's easier to use. Even my executive assistant, I have some of my family on there. My dad works with me as well too, and he's able to use it really well too. It does need some support through. It's not easy, but like I get a lot of DMs under Jeff the Entrepreneur, right? I can have someone come in and DM me, guys. That's no problem. I answer all those. I try and do is me, but I have someone manage them and clean them up for me, or I can go see them later. That's one thing. There's so much. I love the funnels. I love ClickFunnels, but I love how simple they make them in there. You can just make them very easy. It takes a little bit to hook them up and stuff. That I love the automations that people can DM one word and they can get it. If you DM me offer right now, right, you'll get a running mate sheet for free, right? And that's something that now saves time when I used to have to find a link and do it. Other service, ManyChat, all these other ones would do it. It's just you get it all in one place. And then you can link up your course or even your webinar. I help a lot of people with automated webinars right on Progreda and run it later on. So, I mean, I really swear by any type of software and tools. What are you using? So it's really just, is it the right fit for your company? And a lot of times, more often than not, I see companies struggling to do X, Y, and Z, and it's very simplistic that it would actually save time and money for it.
And then I know, talking with Lori and talking with Andy, that you do go a lot of Andy's events. What has been one of your favorite events that Andy has put on? And
the progression event, because it's funny. I showed up one by a speakers conference, and I was speaking there, and Andy was there. So me and Andy, it's just meant to be by God. But the progression event, I love the word progression, right? I used to have a shirt that I wear progress, not perfection, right? And I care about people's progression daily when they work with us. Progreda, that's what it means. At first, I didn't know the name, and then I said, oh, that's what it means. And that's what business is about. It's always about progressing. So the progression conference is great. I'll be there November 5th. I was talking to Andy about handing out some awards for some of the top producers in it. So hopefully we'll be handing out some of those to some of the people, because I'm a proud brand ambassador of it, just because I know what Andy and his quality that he puts in the work for everything. So I love the software game, honestly. I had a software before. So just to be a part of someone that I know and, obviously find people like yourself and everything on it and really cultivating a culture around something like that, it could be more special. Sorry, I'm on my work phone here. I'm very highly getting called right now. So, but yeah, it's very special to have everybody there. Sorry, people are calling me, man. They had a 2:30.
You're a busy man.
Yeah, it's all right. We're good. Yeah, it's good to be here. It's good to be productive, right? And realize what's the quantitative measure of what you're doing, right? So, there's 4 ways to really see when you analyze something, right? When you'll analyze everything, what's going on, right? You'll measure it, right? And then you'll figure out a way you can actually make it and refine a process. And that's one thing I've seen Andy do for years. And now with Progreda, it just makes it so much easier to do it for companies. Your ad spend on it. Just there's so many things. I literally got to make one for Progreda on my influencer account with my content guy June.
It's great to hear. Great to hear. As entrepreneur, what is some advice to maybe new clients or people who are thinking about getting Progreda? What would you say to them?
Yeah, I would say focus on one thing, focus on your strength in it. Just get it for one product. If you want email marketing, get it for that and focus and master that before you go on. There's so much to the software and this is any software, you don't know how to do it all. So if you just need someone to help manage your DMs, grab it. You just need someone to build funnels on something like that. Get it for that reason. It'll have us. If you just need a course, get it for that, and it'll start connecting and replacing them. But really focus on what your one need is. Figure out if it's one of those, and then go master that as yourself. And then bring some people on to help support you too. Don't just think you're doing business all by yourself. I know there's a lot of business owners who do that. Have a CTO or a managed guy on there as well. So
great advice. And you mentioned that you love ClickFunnels, you love doing the funnels in Progreda. What is one of the features on there that you love or that you recommend for other people who are using the software to do? Yeah, so one thing I love about it is you can actually take so I had a lot of funnels that I built in ClickFunnels, right? That it took time. You actually copy it, paste it in there, and just duplicate my funnel that I worked so hard in ClickFunnels, right? So you can really do certain things like that. And I love the fact that how you load the products in it. It's so simple to load the products. Just load a product and link it in there and have it in there. There's a little intricate, but there's a lot of things that are just extremely more simple. I don't know. I'm going to build out another funnel right now. We're looking at one after this. Today, I got to get one for the book, gettingrich3session.com. We're going to build that funnel in Progreda so that you see that funnel, you'll be like, oh, that's it. And then we can also template them out. So when people come on and work on and they want certain to be built out, I'm working on doing that as well to give people added support. So it's just easier and quicker so they can go in and plug and play and go, Yeah, of course. And then, of course, Andy also showed us the meme where you put HubSpot and the guy looking towards Progreda, which was hilarious.
So you saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, Elon Musk I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. Like, here's the thing. People used to make fun of me, call me retarded all the time when I was young, right? I used to talk a lot, had a lot of energy. My mind processes stuff extremely fast, right? I love business, and I get marketing extremely well. I thought everybody did. This is why they fly me out for stuff like that, right? So I get it. Those simple things are like fun to do, but they live on for a while, right? And so many times people get so clear is better than clever, right? And that was just clear. HubSpot was the hot chick that I was looking at, like, man, I wish I could take that hot chick out and go with her, right? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, and that was the big thing, because one of my big mentors used HubSpot. And HubSpot's a great platform. I can tell people nothing against HubSpot, right? Progreda just totally took me by surprise. I was like, oh, that's it. And that's marketing, man. I love doing stuff like that. And Andy told me, he does. I'm always doing value add, Andy. I was actually just texting him that too as well. So yeah, that's literally, it's give it a shot no matter what. There's a lot of different versions that try and be Progreda, but they don't have the support. They don't have the name Progreda. And that's the biggest thing about the name. I know where we're at right now, full disclosure, is not where we're going to be in years, with visionaries. I asked Andy, hey man, what's your big thing? Hey, I want to do this for a while, man. So, and I love it. And there's something about software and automation and technology is not going away. If anything, it's going to be increasing more. We're actually taking old school businesses and saving their day by bringing them on platforms. Hey, HubSpot's one too. I'm never on here to hate anything. I'm just saying when I'm passionate about something good, and not that it's the most perfect platform. There's glitches with any software. Okay, there are. Some you get a log out and log stuff back in, just like anything. Okay, so I don't want to come on here and be like, it's the one all be all. There's stuff, but it's good enough that will make you look twice on something.
Yeah, it's such a huge platform. I know when I'm working with clients and they're like, why is this glitching? I'm like, it's so huge. Like, you don't understand how much manpower goes into the software, but it really is a one-stop shop, which is amazing for entrepreneurs like yourself and other businesses that you help. But what else about Progreda would you recommend? Because I know a lot of people don't have it.
Yeah, their invoicing system. It's so easy to write out an invoice for the customer. I used to use Stripe, PayPal, all these things. You can literally write up and take a payment right for them right there. And that one doesn't glitch up too much. So that's a good thing, So I want to see a lot of people coming over and writing invoices through Progreda, because it's literally just so easy. You can load in your products. So if you have a product, like I do brand consulting, right? You can pop that in. We have the story to stage mastermind we're doing right now. We can just pop that in. My assistant has it, pop it in, go take a payment. So it really takes out the friction of buying,
And what's your advice on for other entrepreneurs and people just starting off on getting a CRM? Because I know a lot of people, they're not familiar with a CRM at all or know their benefits.
Yeah, no, 100%. I know. So really what it is like, you got to be hitting an email list and you got to be texting people at some point. You even just say what up, right? So especially if you have a business, right? Because attention's a currency right now. I was just with Gary Vee the other day, and he was talking about the 3 platforms and how much content to put out. And it almost could be overwhelming. So when you get a CRM like that, you can it'll just save time for it to be first out there. Because if you're not, your competitor is. They're using something like this as well. So that's how urgent it is.
Exactly. We're trying to keep everyone in the forefront. So as you move forward in your journey as well, how do you see Progreda in that journey?
Yeah. So, listen, as I progress daily, right, I see myself being a brand ambassador. I see getting a lot of awards for Progreda. I see me wearing it, maybe not too many more fights. I don't know unless the payday is really good, right? But, yeah. But really wearing it proudly, being a part of an extension of Change Life Consulting, bringing a lot of businesses that are lost of and not rushing to it, supporting them where they're at. But if it's something that can help out, kind of adding them in, that's one thing. I like to be from where I was at in a futon on a computer and just helping people with a backwards hat and a hoodie on, to now feeling like I'm not even comfortable wearing this shirt right now. Right. But I am comfortable in this beautiful place here. And the reason why I'm comfortable is because I knew this would always happen. Right. So I see the vision that if you stay patient to just knowing what the end result is, act out what it is 10 years. Okay. I just told, Andy, I'm going to help build out an FAQ column for Progreda, right? There's a lot of different things on it. If we're going to be in this for a while with anything, right? Like I might sell my business. I might sell Change Not Consulting to build Kokomo J's. Like right in here, we're going to have this beautiful place. We're going to have the Kokomo J studio. This is going to be a lounge studio. We're going to have like Logan Paul and celebrities like that in here. We're going to do a private mastermind. So I've been trying to get Andy on my Make More Money podcast. We'll probably get him in the studio here. And then my inner circle guy, Arturo, they can go at it there. So, because me and Andy, I'll tell you the story. Me and Andy go way back. When I didn't have a product and everything, I would run traffic to his webinars. A lot of my following knows this. He would give his offer for his brand marketing summit. And Arturo was one of the guys who bought, who's now in the inner circle, right, of Andy's stuff. He bought and got to take a progression conference, and then the COVID hit. It was all happened like before that, right? I started partnering with Andy beforehand. So, yeah, it's been really cool. Andy always makes me smile too. I think he's hilarious. So seriously, he is, So yeah, that's why. Here's the thing: in life, you get to pick up the people you want with you, right? This is the best business thing, especially for NB. Let's say you get a lot of leads. There was someone just right now. If you don't like them, right, and I don't mean this anyway, there's enough people doing it. You don't have to work with them, right? If you know how to get enough leads, right? So pick the people you like them, be around them, right? Let's build something together, right? That's what me and Arturo Gambini are doing here, Funding Academy, right? So like that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, and always be recruiting the great people, right? So I was talking to one of the guys here, one of the management guys, hated his job. I was like, hey, we might have an exotic car rental place. Would you like to manage it? His eyes lit up, right? So like sometimes you got to find different people. He's a young kid, he likes cars. I don't really like cars that much, Probably get something nice, but I'm driven by impact and helping people. Like that kid likes a car, get in the car. Like I would buy the Lamborghini to let someone sit in it. You know what I mean? Like that's where I come from. And I know that sounds like crazy. I don't need any. I gotta stay away from. I gotta stay focused. No girls, no alcohol. I would say that all the time.
Yeah, and he told me too that he stopped drinking alcohol too. To not even because he didn't have an issue, just to focus more on his business. And I've seen that's actually a really big trend for anyone successful is giving up those things that can distract you.
Yeah, and listen, whenever I tell people that I have a problem, I don't have a problem at a holiday party or something, I'll have it. But when you're busy, you're working on life, you don't need anything to slow you down. That's why, in California, your place, California, I was out there for one of the consulting deals. Trying to make weed legal and stuff, and that's fine. There's reasons for it. I get it. But if you're really driven, be careful, man. What you're taking in your body. We're focused on our health right now. I was at the gym today. We're counting our carbs and calories and all this stuff. And the reason why is because it's so important to really work at a different level. I don't know if I'll ever be president of the United States. I always joke about that kind of because of where we're at. But if I am, I'm always sure my health is good, right? If it comes to so life is such a grand gift. My mom's not here. My brother's not here. They can't live on. So God's given me great talents. How dare I not live to my full potential, my full thing? And sometimes I don't, and sometimes I'm still a human too. Every day I feel like I don't do enough. Okay. But every day I'll write down at this sheet, actually it's right here. And it's an accountability sheet we do with all our inner circle members. And we write down tonight I'm grateful for, tonight's moment of the day, and your 5 wins right here. And then it's just great. 5 targets. Today I'm grateful for to-do list. So one of the guys I'm speaking at, Glenn Lundy, he has something pretty similar like that planner. It doesn't have to be mine. Just get something and write something down. Write down a to-do list, the most 3 important tasks you want to do that day. Write down your wins at the end of the night, and just win the day, man, every single day. And then every day you have, no matter where you're at, right? As long as you're pursuing a worthy goal, that's success, man. I know some people see all this stuff. I actually never wanted this stuff in the nice place, because I wanted to be relatable to people, saying, hey, listen, even I'm here. That's why I wore the hoodie and the backwards hat. But I think the story can be relatable, right? That I was here to here. And it comes with progression, man. That's what it comes with. So Myra, not man.
It's okay. The A surprises people. It's always a conversation starter. But it's great to hear that. And, as we're ending this conversation, and what are some last few pieces of advice that you have with using the platform?
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of said it before. It's such a big platform, right? So just be patient, just like anything in success. Once you know there, stay there for the long term. Know that you're not going to figure everything in a day. I know we want everything fast. We're in such a fast strategy. It does things extremely fast, right? But definitely be patient. Know that you're going to have people like me, Myra, Andy, and a lot of people we're going to be bringing on to really support you through this. And really just know that, people are really, there's a lot of softwares out there that just collect monthly recurring revenue and don't really care about your success. I've never been around a team of people that really care about people's success so much on it that we're there right there working with you. So I do think that a lot of times some people come in, they want it fast. Just be patient. No, you're going to work on these systems and processing. It's not a one-all. You have to plug in your systems and processing. You have to figure out that stuff. It comes from you inside of it. It's just a tool to work it out. So I think if people come in with that, I know it's a long haul. Like, hey, I'm going to be working with this and this part and master sections. They'll have success. Just like I'm doing too. I don't claim to be an expert at it, but I definitely are going to be doing some teachings on some webinars with what the success I've had with Progreda.
That's amazing. Well, I thank you for joining us and thank you for sharing your words of wisdom. And, I hope that, Progreda keeps helping you on your journey and you keep helping us with our journey as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, definitely will. It'll be great. I can't wait to see Progression Conference and a lot of different things coming up soon. So can't wait. The best is yet to come, clearly, for sure.